Per gentilezza, signora, quello...
In this video, we kick off with some very tasty Italian pastries at a local bakery. Then for lunch, we go to another local place to experience Cicchetti, a staple food of Treviso. Next day, we jump to Venice to experience some Venetian breakfast and enjoy some refreshments. After that, we return to Treviso for some more of the amazing and incredible local foods at one of the iconic restaurants. After that, it's gelato time, and after gelato, we had to finish it all with some delicious local pizza. So, let's begin. Good morning from beautiful Treviso. It's quite early in the morning and we are quite hungry. So we're gonna try to find some breakfast option here. Our first stop in Treviso will be I Sapori del Grano, a small local bakery packed with some delicious pastries. So let's go inside and check what they have.
Allora sono per il momento così. Signora, quello giallo che ha sulla destra.
We ordered several different things and we got quiche Lorraine style pastry, so some pastry with eggs and roast peppers and olives on top. We got spinach triangolo, this nice and crunchy pastry. We got a couple of cornettos stuffed with vanilla cream and chocolate cream. And we also got a typical Italian dessert crostatine with forest fruit jam and peach jam. Kids already started with their pizzas and they will follow up with their own cornettos. So let's start trying one by one. The first thing to try will be my wife's quiche style pastry. Let's go. Main flavor definitely are the roast peppers on top, and then this very savory, very tasty cheese, nice pastry, fluffy, very tasty and very good breakfast option. That quiche was very tasty, but that's my wife's order, so I had to hand it over, but I will go with mine, the spinach stuffed triangle. The pastry is absolutely beautiful, nice and very crunchy on the outside, fluffy inside, and then stuffed with this spinach and a bit of cheese as well, because I can feel that savory, salty taste of cheese. Nice, fluffy and tasty inside, and flaky and crunchy on the outside. Let's move to the sweet stuff and let's start with this crostatina. This is definitely a wild strawberry jam inside, and then this pastry is so nice, tasty and very crumbly. We've been almost everywhere around Italy and tried many cornettos, but this one has to be among the best looking, the most appetizing cornettos that we encountered. So let's give it a go. Extremely light, extremely airy and fluffy, and completely full with this crema pasticcera with the vanilla cream, and there's that recognizable taste of lemon in Italian cornetto. Very tasty start to this morning, but now we're gonna explore this beautiful town of Treviso, and then we're gonna continue to our lunch destination. We've been to many different places around Italy, but Treviso is a seriously beautiful town. Behind me is a restaurant called Acquasalsa, and this will be our lunch stop in Treviso. And this place is famous for Cicchetti. These are local small dishes, small bites, similar to the Spanish tapas, but these are Italian style, typical for Treviso. There are different types, fried, non-fried, with cheese, with cod, with meat, and so on. Many of these cicchetti are displayed here behind me, and here in this display you can see and choose which ones you want to eat. This was quite a fast service and our food is already here, and we ordered many different things. We got these deep-fried donut-like pastries called mozzarella in carrozza, Venetian style, and the prosciutto one is, I think, stuffed with a local cassatella cheese. Then we got some more deep-fried foods. We have olive ascolane from Lazio region, but they go well together with everything else. And we got also a specialty of Treviso, and this is baccalà mantecato, and this is the cod fish spread, and it's served on a piece of toast. So let's begin. Let's start with cassatella prosciutto, the prosciutto cotto, the cooked ham. Smells quite nice, so let's start. This is an amazing donut-like pastry with very, very crunchy skin, inside nice, fluffy, airy, a bit juicy, very tasty prosciutto, and as well the cheese. The cheese is probably even better ingredient than this prosciutto. This is definitely a licking finger good. Again, incredible pastry, fresh. That skin is insanely crunchy, and the tomato has very nice, very strong taste, like it's a sun-dried tomato. Mozzarella inside, of course, just making everything better. The next thing to try is baccalà mantecato, the cod fish made spread on top of the toast, and some people like it, some don't. There is already a strong smell of fish, and it's topped with some olive oil and with some pepper. This here isn't a toasted bread, my apologies. This is a polenta-based pastry, and it's quite nice, soft, juicy, tasty, and then very strong taste of fish as well. So this is a proper thing for fish lovers, very nice and very tasty. Very unique small dish. I never tried anything like it, and quite delicious, both the base, the pastry, and of course this fish pâté, the cod fish pâté on top. But let's continue with some more of these fried goodies. Very tasty polpetta di carne. So this is a meatball, deep fried, juicy, full of spices. The meat inside is practically turned into a fine paste. Very easy to eat, very easy to chew, and very tasty. Okay, time for olive ascolane. This is that recognizable taste. Very nice, firm olive, and then stuffed with this minced meat inside. Last thing to try is a deep fried sardine. Again, this is something for fish lovers. Genuine taste of sardine, deep fried, a little bit on the dry side, but still nice and tasty. Very nice lunch at Acquasalsa. We really enjoyed all these fried foods, but now it's time for something sweet. Since this is a birthplace of tiramisu, of course, we are heading to our next place to try some local tiramisu. We are in a place called Treviso Tiramisù in Palazzina, Barberia, and here we're gonna try some classic tiramisu.
There is the other one.
There are two ways that you can order tiramisu here, in those small cute jars or as a fettina, this classic slice of tiramisu cake, and also in those jars there are some enhanced versions of tiramisu, but of course we are going for the classic one. Very creamy inside and powdered on top. Let's go. The sponge biscuit is completely soaked. It really falls apart as the whole cake, and it's not really too sweet. The cream is nice, fresh, cool. The whole cake is quite fresh, and it's completely different than, for example, tiramisu from Rome, where there is mostly cream, a little bit less this spongy cake, but here is kind of half-half. This spongy part is practically watery, not too sweet. There is a taste of coffee, of course, but still this is a completely different tiramisu cake that I tried in any other part of Italy. And behind me we have some boxes of sponge cakes, we have small cups with sugar, we have different utensils, we have these mixers, and here is where some tiramisu magic happens. This setup here is for tiramisu making classes. Good morning from Treviso. It's a new day for some new adventures, and we are off to Venice. A huge difference comparing to Treviso. This is a very busy, very hectic place full of tourists. Of course, the world famous tourist spot, Venice, visited by penguins of Madagascar and Spider-Man, among others. Waterfalls of chocolate, very interesting, but also very touristic, as the most things in Venice.
If you want also limoncello.
Uno pistacchio, sì.
Pistacchio e limoncello,
Limoncello.
signore, prego.
Grazie. Got something to try? Limoncello candy. Wow. Very strong, very fresh taste of lemon. A proper limoncello candy. Nice, crunchy on the outside with the chocolate inside. And pistachio as well. Very nice white chocolate outside, crunchy and quite creamy inside.
Sir, for you, cookie?
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino, prego.
Thank you. One more to try, cappuccino candy. Nice outer skin and very creamy inside, a proper cappuccino candy. Amazing looking shop. Even though it's highly touristic, you have to give it to Italians for their amazing design and inventive skills.
Faccio un video però. Ma è la quarta volta che passano qua. Lei, buona giornata. Adesso, dai, in frigo questo secondo te?
We got stacked up with pastries and couple of small paninis, small sandwiches here at Baldin Romina, the bakery. And the bakery is quite nice, the staff was quite attentive. When I saw that Olivier salad or Russian salad, I couldn't resist. I got a couple of paninis with prosciutto cotto and some of this salad, and now we're gonna enjoy all these foods. Let's start with this mini panino. Panino is quite dense, a proper homemade bread roll, then the ham is of good quality, and of course Russian salad, the mix of boiled vegetable with some mayo. Great little sandwich. Next thing to try is pizzetta pane, which means this is a proper pizza dough, it's not a puff pastry. Let's go. Very nice and fluffy dough, then the tomato sauce is a little bit acidic, a little bit sweet. There was an olive there as well, and a little bit of cheese. Very nice, fresh and tasty. Last thing to try is this spinach stuffed puff pastry. This was a nice surprise. It doesn't look much, but it's quite tasty. There is a fine spinach inside with some ricotta cheese. Before heading back to Treviso, we stopped for some refreshments and of course some Aperol Spritz. Spritz was invented in this area, but enjoyed all across the Italy. Behind me is a local place called Tony del Spin in Treviso, and this will be our lunch stop for today. This is a local restaurant serving the local food of Treviso. It is quite busy since it's lunchtime. There are many people here, but we were lucky to get a table outside as well. Our food is here and it smells and looks delicious. And we got pasta e fagioli, and this is bean soup with some pasta. Then we got gnocchi di patate con ragù di coniglio, which are gnocchi with a rabbit sauce. Then we also got bigoli in salsa di acciuga e cipolla, which is another type of local pasta with anchovies and onions. And we also got stinco di agnello, arrosto con polenta, and this is this juicy looking lamb shank with some polenta on the side. So let's start. Let's start with the soup first. This is quite tasty, and except this very thick stew, there are large beans inside and also this short pasta as well. This is very comforting, very tasty dish. This pasta inside is quite al dente, and this is what it makes it special, together with this stew and beans. Cheers. Next thing to try are these very interestingly shaped gnocchi, completely soaked in this rabbit sauce with some rabbit meat on top. I'm pretty sure that gnocchi cannot get better than this. This is so tasty, so delicious. The meat is very nice, very easy to chew, very, very tasty. Gnocchi as well, on their own, they're quite great because they're soaked in this sauce. There are some spices, there are some peppercorns as well, but this dish is really amazing. Let's continue this tasting tour, and the next are bigoli in anchovy and onion sauce. The pasta itself is very, very interesting, the shape and the way how it absorbed all the sauce here, but the taste is just too fishy for me. It's really a strong fish taste, and I'm not used to eating pasta with a fish sauce, but for any fish lover, I think this dish would be just great. Cheers. And finally, the food that is right up my alley, and that's the lamb shank. This is something that I'm familiar with, together with some nice sauce on the side and polenta. Let's go. This is an amazing looking lamb shank, amazing smelling as well, and it really easily breaks apart. It almost falls off the bone, all that muscle and then that a little bit fatty skin on the outside. After just first bite, I can say that in a long time I haven't eaten anything as good as this. This is a proper lamb meat. This is from some animal that was grazing in the mountains around Treviso, and this is a top quality meat. Polenta is here just for the ride, just to accompany this fantastic lamb, but this meat is a pure joy. Such a nice texture of meat. It's not melting in your mouth because it shouldn't be. This is a nice, proper, healthy muscle that you need to chew a bit, but it's still very soft and very tasty. Such an amazing lunch at Tony del Spin. This is a classy place with classy prices as well, but the food is also on a very high level, and I will remember this lamb for a long, long time. Grazie mille. Of course, we had to stop for something sweet, and we stopped at Il Re del Gelato, and they have these incredible looking fruit and ice cream cups. They are stuffed with ice cream and fruit of your choice, and then topped with panna and some chocolate as well. So let's dig in. Of course, probably the best combination ever, banana and chocolate. Very tasty, very creamy chocolate gelato, a strong taste of dark chocolate, and then of course banana and panna. Everything rhymes and everything is so perfect. When in Italy, be sure to eat gelato. Very nice dessert after that excellent lunch. But our food adventure doesn't stop here, as we have one more thing to try this evening. Our final stop on this food tour will be Pizzeria Regina, where they make some very interesting pizzas. Margherita e Maxi Capricciosa. Sì. This place is very busy and it's only a takeaway pizzeria, and this guy is making these pizzas non-stop. The girls, of course, are helping him. There are these boxes and boxes piled here. They're all getting filled with these pizzas and sent away. Anyway, these are not typical Italian pizzas. To me, they look more like American-style pizzas, but done the Italian way. Smells amazing. They're getting fresh out of the oven, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. My pizzas are finally ready, steaming hot and ready to eat. I brought the pizzas back to the apartment and they look and smell amazing. And I got two of them, one is Margherita and the other one is Capricciosa. Margherita is kind of small or normal size, and then I got this one, which is a maxi size, but actually this is a monster pizza. As I mentioned, these, they don't look like a typical Italian pizzas. This is something in between American and Italian pizza, but done Italian way. And also these people pride themselves in using a stone ground flour, so this should be quite a treat. Let's dig in. Very nice and tasty dough. The pizza is really thin. There is a bit of a crust as well, and there are some air bubbles as well, which means the dough rested enough. So all in all, this is quite good pizza. Very tasty. All the toppings are good. Tomato sauce, nice, sweet, a little bit acidic. All the toppings are fresh and very tasty. Nice and thin, but then very heavy with a pile of these very tasty ingredients, and all is quite good. The artichoke, the ham, everything is nice, fresh, good quality and very tasty. And with this we end our food tour of Treviso and Venice. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next time, all the best.